could do that entirely. Trim it up, make it look like a real bush. Shout out to Gorilla Glue, saving me on this one. Had a little accident when we were trimming these beautiful variegated Schefflera. I hit the back of the pot. As you see, it was like, as it is, it's already up against it, but when it was really overgrown, as you'll see in the video, it wasn't, I couldn't even see it going that way. But here's the finished product of the other day. I ended up not getting the video of it, but I get the video now. trim them up very nicely. They'll be able to grow back very nicely. Looks great right off the bayou. Just unfortunate that that pot had to break, but the guy was very understanding. I really appreciate him. And he just said, go ahead and glue it, see if we can get it glued. I said, I'll definitely take care of that. And this is the pot that I ended up breaking. I just flipped it over, and I'm gonna glue it. This piece is already holding up pretty well. Yeah, there's a little crack through it, but it's holding up pretty well. I think it'll come together. So this stuff, first you damp it, which is cool because I came out and it was wet. And I thought I had to dry it, so I ended up drying it, but I was like, oh man, it's too damp. I was like, oh, it needs to be damp. It's a good thing to look at the directions. I never do that. And then glue it, so I went ahead and glued it. And now it takes 24 hours. You're supposed to clamp it together for 2 hours. It's on there nice and tight. And I ended up putting a little bit on the inside to fill in the gaps. And there's one piece here that goes on that side. We'll be all finished up. Good thing is it is on the back side going towards that plant, so shout out to Gorilla Glue. Thank you. And it's the clear version, the only one that they had. Listen guys, remember, always do the right thing even if it costs you. Fortunately for me, this guy was very, very gracious, and he just let me glue it. Some people would have had me replace it. I offered to replace it immediately. As soon as it happened, I knocked on the door and let him know. It's very important that you do that because, you know, and you never know. Mistakes happen. People understand. Sometimes they don't. It's just important you do the right thing always. It comes back around. So not only did we get it taped up, but we also got it glued and all put back together. So now that it's holding, we'll come back in 24 hours and see how it's holding up, take the tape off, and then set it back. It should be perfectly fine. Maybe little glue marks here and there, but it's going to go on the back side, so you'll only see the front. I notice there's a crack in it already forming here. It's clay, it happens, but I did crack it with the hedge trimmers pretty good.